Integrity is your real resume. Truth, trust, and character take us far. Skills and degrees might get us an entry, but what takes us far is our integrity. Hello and welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. As usual, we will pick up something from our day to day life and connect them with the wisdom which is embedded in our ancient texts. In the series of the transition of students from the campus to the Karmabhoomi, I have something interesting today. In the first episode, we spoke about the state of anxiety and excitement to the real world of uncertainties and unknowns. And in the second episode, we talked about battle preparedness. It's about preparing the mind to face the real world. And thirdly, we spoke about focusing on the efforts, not on the outcomes. And today, we will speak about integrity, which is the real resume of all of us when we are in Karmabhoomi. Like I said before, skills may find us the first job, the second job, the third job, and so on. However, it's the integrity, it's the honesty, it's the character which takes us far in that job. It determines how long one stays in that job. It determines how far one can grow, how much one can grow. So it's about the longevity of one's professional life. Sometimes people make the mistake of thinking that it's the results, it's the performance, that's the only thing which matters at the workplace. However, the fact is something else. So in order to chase those results or outcomes, people take shortcuts, they look at quick wins, they compromise on quality, they claim success, they claim credit unfairly, they take away, they almost snatch someone else's achievement and claim to be their own. They disown failures. They shift the blames to someone else. If they don't know something, they try to cover it up. They try to act as if they were not supposed to know what is being asked. So these are the mistakes that people do because they compromise on their integrity. They think that the real currency in Karmabhoomi is performance, while the real currency is integrity. Think of two people who start a new job in the same organization. Consider that both of them are equally bright, equally intelligent, equally sincere, and equally working hard. Both of them want to be successful in their lives, while one is always changing outcomes and is behaving in probably in a very, very aggressive position and compromising on one's honesty, while the other one is little quieter, working equally hard and producing results. However, because of certain shortcuts the other person takes, bonuses, incentives of that person is higher compared to this person who's quietly going around doing the work. Probably the spotlight falls on this person who is earning bonus and incentive. However, after a few years, maybe 2 to 3 years, the results are out. The credibility of the high performer is not high enough for the manager to assign the most complex and most critical tasks to this person, despite this person's track record of earning higher bonuses. What our friend who's the quiet, who's the honest, who's the sincere person has done is not necessarily chasing the bonus or the incentive, but has chased always the right things, has always been focusing on the effort, and has chosen to continuously learn to take up the harder tasks and has probably not been able to deliver results, but has tremendously delivered on credibility. When it comes to growth, when it comes to going to the next level, when it comes to staying long at a task or in a job, it's always the second person who is the first choice of the managers. So let's think of the ancient texts. What do Indian ancient texts talk about? I came across a beautiful piece in Taittiriya Upanishad where the Indian teachers thousands of years ago used to give three advices to the students when those students left the Gurukul or left the teacher's place or the school. The teacher said, speak the truth. Then secondly, they said, follow your duty. And thirdly, they said, never stop learning. In my story, it is the second person who was doing all these three. He was speaking the truth. He was following his duty. He was focused on the effort. He was not focused on the outcomes. And thirdly, he always kept learning. He was not scared of taking the toughest of challenges. And what did this person get? The person built so much of credibility. The integrity that he had demonstrated kept on compounding. And the result, the person with high bonuses in the short run lost out on the credibility, but the person who was staying focused on the path of integrity really won. So this is what our ancient wisdom has said thousands of years ago, and even today, most competitive, most vulnerable world continues to hold good. Managers want people who they can trust. Managers promote them who they can trust, who they think will go the distance with them, who will be with them in solving more and more complex tasks in future. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, if you are watching this, think about integrity, the practice of integrity in your lives. Are you speaking the truth? Are you following your duty? Are you learning continuously? Ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, think about this. In the next episode, I will bring up another dimension of this transition from campus to Karmabhoomi. Thank you very much.